YouTube, it's your boy King Flocko, aka Babaga Bentley, aka Ntwana Madlera, and we are back. Okay, no, we're not back. We are beginning with the YouTube channel. Without wasting any further time, so you can get an idea of what the show is about. And as I always say, man, listen to the kids. Hey, yo, take it easy, and if it's not easy, take it home. Now, as this is our very first episode of the therapy session, I want to just quickly, without wasting anybody's time, just say what the channel is mostly about, but obviously you get a feel for that yourself while watching the channel. Basically, we have our first guest, our very first guest. Shout out to him. He goes by the name of Shumani, all the way from Venda, but he will introduce himself. He's going to be having a segment on the show which is going to be talking about the fact that he is a car crash survivor. So without wasting any further ado, let's welcome our first guest into the show and let's get the ball rolling. Now, as this is our very first episode of the therapy session, I want to just quickly, without wasting anybody's time, just say what the channel is mostly about, but obviously you get a feel for that yourself while watching the channel. Basically, we have our first guest, our very first guest. Shout out to him. He goes by the name of Shumani, all the way from Venda, but he will introduce himself. He's going to be having a segment on the show which is going to be talking about the fact that he is a car crash survivor. So without wasting any further ado, let's welcome our first guest into the show and let's get the ball rolling. Welcome back, YouTube. Like I said, like I promised, you know I gotta be a man of my word. We have a guest. We have an interesting guest here today. I don't know how to describe the man, but I feel like he'll have to describe himself for you guys. Hey, yo, man, tell the people who you are, what you do, where you come from, and what's your story.
The name is Shumani. I probably go by the name Beast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, shout out to you and shout out to you for actually agreeing to do this. You know that you are our very first guest on the therapy session show. How do you feel about that? Let's start there. How do you feel about that?
Nah, you know what, man. You're my brother, so
yeah, man.
I support my brother.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I think my story can be a little bit interesting for therapy session.
Shout out, bro. Shout out, bro. And like the channel says, like the title says, you survived the car crash. And it's funny because I was actually telling my guy, Baby Beats, Uguti, we've known you for such a long time, but yet we had no idea about the car crash, whatnot. And like the only picture, Mabani, that you actually showed me, the scars and what happened to your face. And I'm actually going to put that picture down below, if you don't mind, of course. Because I just want people to laugh, because
it's okay,
but it looks bad. Like, which one is this one? What happened?
I was tired.
What happened, dog? Because when did this happen? Let's start there.
It happened when I was in grade 11. I think it is 2018. Yeah.
And where did this happen? Like
near my school. It's like 2 kms from my school. No. Yeah, that's the distance.
What happened? Were you on your way to school or were you back from school?
I was on my way to school.
Sheesh.
It was just speeding, and then after all, it's me going down.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, this is not about me now, but just to add something, because I actually relate to your story. I've been in a car crash too, right?
Yeah.
And I know forever, I feel like forever, I'm always gonna have that fear of cars.
Yeah.
Are you feeling the same thing that I'm feeling, or is it just me? Are you not scared every time you're inside a car?
Oh, yeah. So
don't you ever get nervous, like, sheesh?
So at first, the car which we had an accident with came back. I didn't want to ride that car.
I can imagine. I wouldn't want to do it too.
I just remember rolling around. But now I can drive it because now I'm just a car enthusiast, you know. I love cars. I love cars with my heart. And
shout out.
So
shout out to all the car lovers out there.
It's fine. I feel nothing now.
So I want to know, dog, like, were you in the hospital or did you just?
Yeah, I went to the hospital. Yeah.
And how long were you there for?
2 weeks, dog.
Damn. Shit.
2 weeks, dog.
I can imagine.
I was fucked up.
Because I mean, mine didn't get that far. It was also quite bad because the car was a write-off. But hospital, I mean, BD Beats is another car crash survivor.
Bruh.
He's also been through shit, you know what I mean? And
Bruh.
I'm always considering myself very lucky. Well, we should all consider ourselves lucky
Very
because
lucky,
at the end of the day, you're here, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so please tell the people about the injuries you sustained and where were the injuries?
Nah, there's an injury here. Which I don't know if you can see it.
Scarred for life.
This car.
Zoom. You know,
scar,
the technicians are here for that.
This car, yeah. And then this little scar too. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
These are the scars, man.
Crazy.
Yo, I was fucked up.
Bro, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, that is like the worst thing that can ever happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the trauma stays there for such a long time. And I wanna ask you, speaking of trauma, I wanna ask you, how long did it take? Because when I got out, dog, like, I mean, for me, it's such a big deal. It happened in 2019. But even now, even when I'm just talking about the car accident and whatnot, I still get shivers, bro. I still feel like, ish, dang, well, but you seem cool about it. Like, how long did it take you to overcome the trauma?
Nah,
or did you overcome the trauma? Because maybe we're pretender. No, like, for
Nah,
real,
nah,
dog. Maybe we're pretender.
Immediately after healing, nah, everything was child.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because even now, when we talk about it, it's a joke now.
No,
we laugh
yes.
about it.
Yeah.
So,
it's a thing of the past now.
Yeah, it's
yeah. Sheesh, man, I am extremely, I don't know, man. Like I said, I get in my emotions when I think about what you had to go through and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I don't wanna, again, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Like,
it's cool,
I understand. No, I understand exactly what you're talking about, and I understand exactly what you're feeling because I felt that, like I said, why am I always making this about me? I'm sorry, dog. But I told you, this thing is touching for me, dog.
Okay.
You know, people always say when you survive a crash or when you survive something traumatic or whatnot, people always say that there's always a purpose and there's always a reason for that. I mean, those who believe in God, they say, God saved you for a reason.
Yeah.
You could have died because I saw the picture, dog. You're already looking like you were dead. But you know, you're not, yeah. Which is the most important thing, which is a great thing, which is a blessing. So what do you think God saved you or still kept you here for?
Yo, to be honest, dog, man, I think God has many plans for me. That's why I'm here now. Yeah, and I'm still going to be here because He has plans for me. I know, and I believe in that.
And I mean, do these plans include Abu Genius and whatnot?
Because
if you were gone, you wouldn't have had that, actually.
Actually.
Yeah.
Actually, shout out to Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember, you like speaking about the crash, you were telling me that your brother was actually the one who healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one driving too. Yeah. So I want to know, like, were you guys drunk or what? Because I know you were talking about school, but he was driving. Was he drunk?
No.
What happened?
It was so bad. I don't know. It was on a curve, like it was curvy speed, and then.
Yeah. So it wasn't his fault.
Nah, I can't say it's his fault.
Because I remember earlier on you mentioned something about they were chasing you or something like that.
No.
Who was being chased and what was going on there? Because that freaked me out, you know.
No. We was just rushing, actually. We was just rushing. I was going to a school trip, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Those school trips, and we were excited, and the bus was already there. Time was.
I can imagine.
So the car was heated. I think it's about 80 km per hour. Yeah.
Sheesh, bro. It's crazy.
The car was fast. When we were caving, the car just did.
Damn. Man, I'm very sorry to hear
about that. And I fainted.
Shit, man, I'm very sorry to hear about that. To everybody watching this right now, to people who have faced similar situations, Edjo, I know how it feels. It's not about me. I'm always making. But anyway, I know how it feels. It sucks, man. Yeah, man. I mean, this is very touching for me. This is a very sensitive topic for me. Hey, shout out to everybody, but I can't say shout out to everybody, but to everybody who can actually relate to this heartbreaking, because it is a heartbreaking matter. You know. What's up, dog? You don't think it's heartbreaking?
It's not heartbreaking, bro.
But at that moment, it is.
Yeah, bro. Those only 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks only.
Bro, that's the thing. For you, it could be 2 weeks, but there are people out there who are not like you. It takes them a longer time for them to heal and get through their traumas. That's what I'm saying to everybody out there who's been through the same situation. We apologize first and foremost. We feel your pain, and we really hope that everybody dealt with the trauma. We really hope that everybody, if you had to go see counseling, we hope you went to go see your counseling people. Or if you just stayed at home and just prayed and spoke to God, I feel like that works too. So we understand that kind of crisis that happens in my life. Sometimes it's not a nice thing, but it happens to the best of us sometimes. And I hope everybody is healed and everybody love and light. And thank you everybody for watching this. Thank you for actually showing interest to the channel. To everybody who just clicked the link, we really appreciate that. And don't forget, guys, please, if anybody has a similar story, or it could be some other situation or whatever that happened to you in your life that you feel like you might want to share, which obviously would mean that you've healed from it, feel free to comment down below. Feel free to hit me on my DMs. Just let the people know what's good, and let's do this thing. And again, my bro, shout out for actually being here, man. I don't want to waste anybody's time right now. I just want to say thank you for everybody for actually showing appreciation, because there are people who actually were like, yo man, King Flacco, go do this thing, bro. So I want to shout them out too. Anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out to Genius G, dog.
Shout out, bro. Shout out.
Number one gene in the world.
Yes, sir.
World. Yeah, world, dog. Yeah. Worldwide.
No, without wasting any further time, like I always say, listen to the kids, take it easy, and if it's not easy, take it home. Che sono beve, che sono con la bega, e le desce, le sete, che desse, e ne ridi la